Hello there, Mrs. Elke here. Today we are going to do a project called Printmaking, and we'll be using a design that we make out of styrofoam to print onto a piece of paper, like so. I am so excited to share this process with you. Follow along and see if you can make your very own print just like I did. For today's project, I am going to be using a styrofoam tray. I have actually just cut a portion of the tray out. I trimmed off the part that was poking up, and then I cut it into halves. So I'm just going to be using a small piece of the tray. I'm also going to be using some little thicker pieces of drawing paper. This is what I will be printing on for my project. I will be using a pen. It doesn't matter what kind of pen you use. I'm going to be using some washable markers, a water sprayer, and a sponge. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a design on my styrofoam. It can just be a pattern, it can be a picture, it can be any type of design that you would like to create. Since it's spring right now, I thought it might be fun to maybe come up with a flower design. So I'm going to start with a circle in the middle of my styrofoam. And then I am going to start adding some petals that go around my circle. You can see my pen is showing up nicely. I'm pushing down just a little bit with my pen so that it's creating a nice little indent into my styrofoam. And I'm adding these nice little petals all the way around my circle. That's my first layer. I'm going to go ahead and add another layer outside of that one by making some petals in between each of my other ones. And then maybe I'm going to do one more row over those, just to kind of give it a nice solid outline. Now you could make your design any kind of design that you would like. It doesn't have to be a flower, but it should have enough lines that it kind of fills up the page. I think I'm going to do another circle inside of my first circle. Maybe I'll do some lines coming out on my petals. And then maybe in the extra areas, I will add a couple of leaves coming away from my flower. Maybe 2 leaves, one on this side and one on this side, to fill up my space. All right, now that I have my design, I need to go over it one more time with my pen. So I'm going to go ahead and trace over my lines once more. This will make sure that they are nice and solid. They do need to be kind of deep into the styrofoam so that when we print them, they will show up. So make sure that you go back over all of your lines with your pen so that they show up on your final print. Now that I've gone over all of my lines 2 times, I can go ahead and color my picture. So I'm just using some markers and I'm going to go ahead and fill in these different parts of my print with some washable markers. I'm going to do a yellow center. I think I'm going to do some orange as well. For the petals, I think I'll save the outside of the petals for yellow. So we have a little bit of a variety here. And then I'm going to do a darker green for the leaves. And then my other green for the background. I'm making sure that my entire project is colored so that it will make a very nice print. Okay. Now that I have that all colored, I'm going to get my print surface ready. To do that, I'm going to spray my paper with water to get it nice and wet. Then I'm going to take my sponge and just go over my paper with my sponge to make sure that it's damp but not soaking wet. A little more water here, and one more wipe with my sponge. All right, now I'm going to take my print and I'm going to turn it over and place it on my paper. Then I'm going to use my fingers and massage the back of my stamp here to make sure that I push down really hard in all of the parts of my print. I really want to make sure that everything is pressed down nice and neatly. Then I'm going to carefully pull it up and voila, you have a nice even print. I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side and let it dry. And while I'm doing that, you can go ahead and color again by adding some different colors this time, so you can try a different variation to your print. If you need to, you can also just kind of wipe off the excess marker from the last one and maybe use some different colors this time. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed trying this technique. It's a really fun one, and you can get a lot of really cool backgrounds and possibilities when you choose to do some printmaking. Have fun!